Well, one of the treasures of Australia are our little country towns where the tougher it gets, the harder they fight back. They're so resilient. The historic village of Hill End, west of Sydney, has seen boom and bust, rich gold rush days, then the slow shrinking of its population, all recorded by some of our greatest artists.
But the town is reawakening from the COVID lockdown, and the sole remaining pub forced to close is ready to swing open the doors once again. Our reporter Amy Clements reports.
A town lost in the mist of time. Gloomy days indeed for tourism in regional Australia. But now the skies are clearing. A bright new day for places which rely on the tourism dollar for their survival. For more than 2 months, it's been a dry argument at the Royal Hotel in Hill End, 85 kilometres north of Bathurst in the central west of New South Wales. Once a booming gold mining town, Hill End had 28 pubs. That's now down to just one. But with COVID-19, the kegs are dry and the bar is empty.
Closing the pub just closes the town down because it is the centre of business and life in the place.
The only occupants of the hotel are the local ghosts, with at least one room said to be haunted. And the only visitors who roam the streets are now kangaroos. The pub's barman, Pete Sparks, has had an unexpected break from his duties.
Well, it hasn't been real tough. I haven't had to work, but no, but it's it's sort of hurting the town a lot financially.
Usually, he pours drinks for the town's diverse residents, shearers, farmers, and artists who have long recognised the magic in the air at Hill End. From Russell Drysdale to Brett Whiteley. Luke Scaberis continues this great tradition of Australian art in his 19th century church studio.
Interesting part of this building's history is that Russell Drysdale painted it in 1948.
The piece can now be found in the National Gallery of Victoria. While Hill End has been closed off from visitors for the last couple of months, from tomorrow it will once again become a tourist destination. And if its rich history and colourful characters aren't enough, there's always the prospect of finding gold.
Now that's a winner of a pan there.
The Drinkwater family are part of the landscape. Their History Hill Museum just outside of town offers gold panning experience in the soil that made so many prospectors rich during the rushes of the 1800s. The most famous of them is Holterman and his record-breaking nugget, found a short distance from the museum. Curator Malcolm and his wife Daphne have spent 30 years bringing 10,000 artefacts from the gold rush era to life.
The museum got out of control. It was a hobby that developed from a love of history and wanting to tell the story and get it right.
Their son Job conducts gold panning and fossicking tours around the property. A dollar coin thrown in for perspective on Hill End's renowned pure gold.
You gotta get back to the track that you came on, 'cause there's still gold in them there hills.
This nugget, Job's pride and joy.
So yeah, I'm probably holding close to 10 grand in my hand right there.
The land perhaps still holds the promise of another Holterman, a man who, like so many others, tried their luck in the small village of Hill End.
So you can walk down that same street and you can literally feel the history. You can see the buildings as they were. It doesn't take a lot of imagination to take yourself back in time and be part of that early Australian feeling.
All that history doesn't mean the town only spends its time looking over its shoulder. They're now looking forward to tomorrow, when the pub opens again and the beer begins to flow.
Yeah, get those doors open. What a beautiful part of the world.